Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're following me right now, I'm all about creating some mental supports right now for you all, of messages of hope, clarity, and understanding. And with these messages of hope that I'm hoping to reach out to you all, regardless of what's been on my heart, to share of these everyday topics that people may be struggling with, of the personal situation that I'm hoping that I'm getting correct, that I felt in my heart to share right now. I'm here to build you up, educate you all, motivate you, uplift you, uproot you all, and hopefully just give you guys, encouragement, support as much as I can, despite my own personal struggles. And hopefully along the way, while I'm sharing what's on my heart, that you can respect my views on it, or just my opinions on everyday life, or my thoughts that I have been going through and my thought processes right now to share with you all. Regardless, even though, like I said so many times before, even if you haven't heard it before, that sometimes I do find it hard just to reach out for help in times of need, regardless what I need, as well as just I find it hard also just to express myself in a way to actually put it in the right form of context for you all that will understand me, and hopefully come to that understanding point on me that, despite my struggles, as well as many of you may agree, that we're not going to judge or misread ourselves or misunderstand ourselves for the sake of it, or do something that we later regret. So in order to do that, guys, obviously for today's new video message I'm going to be sharing with you all, while the other videos that I was hoping to address will have to come into the picture later on, but I feel in my heart to share these ones, is respecting myself and self-worth. So let's begin this. As you know, basically I am learning as well as you guys, and now I've come to now today also in realization, learning from myself, obviously, that after giving a lot of chances to prove to me or to the others around me, however, that maybe that sorry makes me look like a fool, and it will show that I have less respect to myself regardless, even though, as you know, it for me as person, if you know me in person as in the flesh, or just maybe from what you can gather watching my videos, I am the kind of girl that, yes, I will give that many chances to people, and as they say sometimes, if you give more out chances, you're just ruining yourself. You're just ruining your self-worth and everything around you. It makes you look like a fool, and nobody wants to see a fool, do they? And this shows, obviously, within this though, by giving those amount of chances for people around me, that it shows that I don't have any self-worth in myself or self-respect in myself, regardless of what I have to give out to others, even though we need to realize that in our everyday life, regardless of what we go through, we need to take a time to heal and from our wounds, scars, what have you, of what we've been through, and actually allow ourselves to actually be in a place of peace, clarity, and understanding. I believe that while this is all happening, however, the more they'll choose to ignore me as a person, as a whole, and my own standards that I've set. Not expectations, but standard. Yes, many people think I may have high expectations of certain things, or that I'm too old-fashioned, or whatever, as a label mentality. That's their call to judge or think about it or assume that about me before getting to know me as a person. But at the end of the day, I'm learning now to try and stand my ground and actually tell myself enough is enough. So can you, while I'm sharing these messages, and hopefully maybe you can take something from it and do something about it, your situation. Yes, I've got these standards, however, I'm standing up right now against the ones that keep using me and abusing me, keeps using me and my time, my invitation, or shall we say my availability, to the ones that knows that I'm always available for them. Some of the ones that they're always there will obviously tend to use me and abuse me, but whereas my time and attention can be solely elsewhere. I've learned that these people will expect from me that I'll always give to them, that will change or needs that given chance that they think that they deserve from me. I know that they may not be afraid of me by not afraid of losing me as a whole, or just afraid to lose me in my presence, regardless when it is gone. out of their life, and then that will maybe make them think. I don't mean business by not walking away from them and everything of this sort, or but there is a time and a place that now enough is enough. I don't want to pertain or entertain into their, hands of their, personal situations, as well as their invites of their personal situations of what was, and just carry on moving forward and look to the future, regardless of what was, of those ones they didn't want to change or what have you. The people that are open to invitation of that will obviously try to get comfortable, with me, depending on obviously my forgiveness, as I did forgive and not go back to that personal mess to clean up for them that they were going through, as they made their own choices on their own accord. However, these people will get comfortable in knowing that their apology will pull me back, however, will make me stuck in a place where I shouldn't be at, or where I was at that moment, because I ain't got no time for that anymore. I've got no time for personal dramas. I've got no time today. I know I've got a plan and a purpose in the future to work on, and then I need to work on pulling myself before I can actually shine out. They will get comfortable knowing, assuming that I won't walk away and keep on returning to me. However, I've learned now not to let anyone get too comfortable around me with disrespecting me of what I believe in, of my values and morals. If people do tend to pull me down, regardless of what they think of me, of the negatives, as I said so many times before, they can do it. As I believe that people's gonna hate, on others just because of what's going on in their own life, and they're blinded to see in reality of what's actually going on, even if I am a reflection of them, of what's going on in their life or what have you. I've learned now not to let anyone get too comfortable around me, to let them get uncomfortable and treating me wrong, unjustly, or unfairly. I'm now standing up against them and trying to, now have a voice to not shout as such, but a voice to be heard, and hopefully within this reason of my voice to be heard, that my needs will be met. I've set up some standards to how I want to be treated. As I said, I've shown many of the ones that I feel that needed to be exited in my life, the exit in my life. I'm not demanding attention. No, I say far from it. I'm not demanding respect, far from it as well. Okay, I'm just stating the truth that now is the time for me to set up some standards and boundaries in my life. So can you. Now is the time to let go of any of the chains that is holding me back. Now is the time to let go of any of the negativities that has been, holding me back for quite some time. I'm asking you all right now to maybe do the same, if you feel the same way as what I've been feeling after learning to basically respect myself and respecting my self-worth, knowing myself as a person as a whole. I'm asking you all right now also, while I'm sitting here talking to you lot, while doing the same, to set some standards and boundaries in your life to how you want to be treated. Set some standards and boundaries to what you're not going to accept in your life anymore, because obviously you're well worth more of those negativities, hate that people are putting on you. These people need to know that you mean business. However, stand your guard, stand in agreement with what I'm sharing with you all, that enough is enough on all what they are saying and thinking. I am loved, I am beautiful, I am talented, I've got a future, I am smart. Make those ones respect your worth. They need to know that they're not going to be your next time, as it will be a goodbye, see you later, forever and always. So they need to treat you right this time. They need to know that you're not going to be a slave to their apologies anymore. They sure as hell won't treat you with appreciation when they're not afraid of losing you, however, as I've learned today. I'll be real and honest with you right now to what I've learned in this everyday life. Some people will never see your value until your presence is obviously removed from their own life. It's a sad fact, but it's a true and honest reality. And yes, I understand that no one is perfect, however, nor am I. You know, I'm not stating or, wahooing or whatever, having this pride and ego go in the way of, thinking that I am the perfect one when I know clearly I'm not. When I know I have imperfections, flaws, and the like. And yes, I understand no one is perfect, including myself, like I said. Yeah, understand this when I'm sharing this with you all. A mistake is saying I didn't mean to treat you like that, but mistakes is saying I'm choosing to treat you like this. That's the huge difference between this definition. Yes, I'm a firm and true believer in forgiveness, however, of forgiving others. But as I said so many times before, when it comes down to forgiveness, it doesn't mean for me to return to the mess that was in there in the first place, or return to the life that was and never forever going to change, or stay in the same place where I'm not appreciated anymore. And obviously this goes for your guys as well, where you're not being appreciated. Okay, don't think that you're wrong or at fault for choosing not to be treated wrong for however. Obviously that you've had enough. You're in the right to let go of that person. Just love them at a distance. You can forgive them and just move on. As I said before about the forgiveness part, forgiveness can be given, but it doesn't mean that we should be at this given moment of time at that same place, or stay in the same place, shall I say, or have the right to return to that same place. Don't feel or let those people turn the tables on you and put the blame on you when they're at fault, and know that they're in the wrong, not you. Don't let the guilty make you feel guilty. You're not in the wrong for moving on forward in your life, obviously. They're the ones in the wrong for reasons for whatever reasons that may be. But remember this as I end this. They don't have to be afraid to lose you, but what they do need to know that you're not afraid to walk away, period. Well, that ends basically the video of respecting my worth and respecting myself. Give me a like for thumbs up for support, comment below. Feel free to share these video messages that I'm sharing right now to family and friends, or to anyone that you feel close to your heart to share right now, because as I said, I want to build and motivate you guys, build a positive environment where you guys feel safe from no judgmentality or name calling or whatever. Feel free to also, just as I said so many times before, do what you love what you do, be a dreamer, believer, don't let anyone steal your happiness, peace and joy and everything else. You are who you are. You are unique. You have a future in Disney. Serving on for the